Hello, you lot. How's it going? I hope you're all fine and dandy. Now, I've been told off. I've been bollocked by some of you. More CB radio. Do some CB radio. Where's the CB radio? Where's the ham radio? Where's all the radio stuff? All right. I haven't had any time or whatever bollocks to do any of that kind of stuff. Want to, and I had a bit of a problem when the little room that I used to sit in with the radios, it flooded a couple of year back. Was it last winter? It was last winter. Everything got, all the radios, loads of them got damaged, water damaged, etc. They're all in the boxes underneath. They all got, had to sort it all out, get rid of loads of them, gave loads away to people that could mend them, far out of my reach. Mending the circuit boards and all that other bollocks. So I haven't done anything, but I'm trying to sort out, I'm just going through some stuff, and I thought I might not be able to do any actual radio in this video because, well, I haven't got anything set up. But I'm thinking about trying to make like a mobile setup so that I can just take it out, set it up, and do some CB on top of a hill or something somewhere. So this is how far I've got so far. I've got this silver rod. It's not all that old. Someone gave it to me more than about 2 or 3 years ago. Because they bought this, they got back into CB, then they decided they wanted to upgrade, so I think they bought an IMAX or something, and they had this silver rod, and they said, do I want it? I said, okay, yeah, alright, I'll have it. I did have two. I'm pretty sure I gave one to my friend who lives down the road. He's on the CB as well. I'm not sure if I did or not, but anyway, I must have done because I haven't got two anymore. So I was thinking to myself, I've also got a tripod. It's buried at the moment, but it's like a big black tripod, and you can attach an antenna to it. It's just got a stick. So I thought I could put this on top of that tripod, and I'd have quite a reasonably large aerial antenna set up. I've also got this thing here, what they call it, I forget what they call it now, a fire stick, I think that's called. I've got a little one, but that's the big one, and somewhere I've got a tank whip. Obviously, the fire stick and the tank whip would be for on top of a car on a mag mount, whereas that silver rod is a base antenna, and it's going to go on top of that big tripod I've got, and that's in the loft at the moment. So potentially that's antenna set up, and with the tripod in the bag where the tripod is, I've got some RG213 coax. So I've already got the coax because I used to use that for 2 meters when I had what was it called? What's the 2 meter antenna called? Oh man, it's gone out of my head now. Anyway, like a big fiberglass stick for 2 meters. The name of it's completely gone out of my head. But I had one of those. I've still got one of those in the loft with the tripod for 2 meters. But I can put that silver rod on it, no problem. So I could potentially go to the top of a hill somewhere, set that up. Now we just got radios to think about. So a little bit of a sneaky peek. This is the carpet that used to be on the floor in here, but obviously when this place got flooded, the carpet and the underlay got ruined. I had to get rid of that, but the carpet I've managed to shampoo and it's come back, so I'm going to have to lay that at some point. Anyway, so I'm having a bit of a tidy up. I've got an SS9900 here that a subscriber sent to me. I couldn't believe it when it turned up in the PO box, completely unexpected. So I've set it up over here just to use it, basically. Nothing special. I've just set it up there, and I've been now and again using it. But I intend on using that as the radio for mobileness. I haven't programmed it yet. I could program it. I'll have to get I think I've got a lead. Might be in that box. I think he sent a programming lead with it, unbelievably. And I think he even sent a CD with it. I'm not really sure. I'll have to look in the box in a minute. But I could program it to do not all kinds of bands, but as many bands as possible, frequencies as possible. So it'll do SSB, USB, all that kind of stuff, FM obviously and AM. And I think it does. I wouldn't use it on full power because I know you lot are going to tell me anyway, but I already know the transistors in those, they are a bit chocolatey for FM. I would use it on full power and SSB and USB. No problem. I don't care what you lot say. I would do that because obviously the power isn't constant on those modes. Whereas FM, it's constant and they'll probably melt. So I wouldn't be doing it on FM, but I could probably do, I think what they do, 50 watts, something like that on SSB. So I could get 50 watts. I could look at, I can't afford an amp or anything, a burner or anything for mobile at the moment, but I might try and save up to get some kind of burner. I've got a bit of an itch at the moment. I want to, ready for the summer, because at the moment, obviously, we're in nearly, well, not far off of December. I'm not interested in going out in the cold and wet, setting up antennas. It's just not something that I'm interested in at the moment. I'm trying to set up this, well, I might do, depends, but I'm trying to set up this little setup, get it ready for when the summer starts to roll in, because I've really got an itch just for putting everything in the boot of the car, going to a place, setting it up, and sitting down with a couple of sandwiches and seeing who I can come across around the world. That kind of itch is coming back, you know what I mean? So I might try and save up over the winter to try and get some kind of large burner for SSB and that, just to properly get my signal out of there. I know some of you are going to be controversial and all that. You don't need that bollocks, but I can always turn it off, can't I? Do you know what I mean? I like that kind of thing. I've got, oh, that reminds me, I've got that car battery and that car battery. I know they're not leisure batteries. I potentially got a leisure battery that I might use, but for now I've got these two car batteries. They're perfectly fine, nothing wrong with them. This one's new, that one's about 10 years old, but it works fine. It doesn't start a car anymore, but it's got more than enough power to power an amp or a CB. It holds charge, so I don't even have to attach it to my car. The setup that I can have can be completely powered by batteries, and I could potentially have one for powering a radio and one for powering an amp, so that I'm not drawing loads of current from one battery and it could go flat. As I say, I have also got a leisure battery that I might use. It depends if I can afford, because the leisure battery in the camper van, it's more than ample. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's nothing wrong with it. It's just not a good enough battery for the camper van. It hasn't got enough amps in it. So I'm thinking about buying a bigger and better leisure battery for the camper van, taking the old leisure battery out and using that as a radio battery. You know, I want to make a setup for that kind of thing. Completely self-sustained, power from batteries, no interference, middle of a hill. Do you know what I mean? Just got a bit of an itch for it. So that's a bit of an update. That's what I'm doing. So let's have a look inside that box, see if I've got anything with it. Let's have a look. I'm pretty sure he did send a programming cable. I might be very, very wrong though. I might be entirely wrong. I might have just been imagining things. Nothing in there. No, maybe he didn't. Alright. I was wrong, he didn't send a programming cable. Oh, what's this? Oh, he did! Ah! I wasn't wrong, I was right. There we go. Programming cable. You know, all I've got to do now is get the software. You can get that anywhere on the internet, that's not a problem to get. So, and I can program that 9900 for whatever frequencies and bands. So I think I'll just put the whole broad, everything from as low down as it goes to as high up as it goes. And I can just go anywhere then, can't I? Happy days. You know what, I've been out of sort of the CB scene for a number of months now, but it's nice to see that Thunderpole and Nights and all that are still going. It sounds strange, but I was thinking to myself, I wonder if they're still about, you know, who is actually buying CB radios at the moment. But I'm pleased to see that they bring out this new handheld. I can't remember what they call it now. And I thought, bloody hell, I'll have to get one. But they're like, I need £100 or a bit more than £100. And I thought, oh, bloody hell. So I have to save up. I really want to save up for one of those. Because, I don't know, I just like things like that. Handheld radios, I like. And I thought that'd be great. I could test it and we could go all over the place and see what it's actually like. I did try me luck. I asked Thunderpole if they'd send me one to test and review just as they released it. But they weren't interested in that kind of stuff. But I wasn't expecting them to be anyway. But I am trying to save up and get one of those. So that would be great because we go around walking in woods and all kinds of stuff. So I could be like, hello, see if it's any good. Because handheld CBs are few and far between at the moment. Well, they have been for many years. Back in the 80s and 90s, you get handheld CBs all over the place. These days, handheld ones Quite rare. 446, loads of them. PMR, loads of them. 2 metre ones, Bofangs and all them bollocks, loads of them. CBs, not so much. And of course, the good thing about the little setup that I'm in the middle of making is I can use it for CB, but also I can still put that 2 metre antenna on, and I've still got my FT 1900 thingy. And I've mended the power cable, so that's now working 100%. A long time ago now, a couple of years ago, the last video I made of this, I was running it on full power, which was out of my license conditions. But the reason for that was it wasn't actually putting out full power. It's putting out about 8 watts because the connection in this fuse holder, well, it'd come loose basically. So the radio was trying to draw amps in order to get power, but it couldn't draw them. And so it would only have enough amperage in order to put out about 8 watts. And I thought the radio was on the blink, but it wasn't. It turned out it was just a power cable. So I mended the connection. It's now fully operational, and it'll do the full 50 watts now. So I can't run it on 50. I can do 25. Happy days. So it works 100% now. So I can still take this out on the same setup. So it's a bit of a multi-use setup. Anyway, you lot, just really a little bit of a pointless update, really. But since as you lot were asking for CB stuff, I thought I'd show you lot that I am still in the zone of CB and ham radio. It's just life, you know how it goes. It's slow. There's other things to do. Can't prioritise hobbies over life. It's just not possible. But so I'm coming up with a mobile setup. That's what I'm planning on doing. Something completely out of the way, powered by batteries, simple antenna. If I can get hold of an antenna tuner, I'll get hold of that. But for now, I want it to be simple. I want it to be easy to carry, easy to transport, easy to set up. Tripod, antenna, coax, radio, battery. Done. And maybe an amp, if I can get one, just to push it out a little bit further. But I don't need that. 50 watts out of that radio, I think it does 50, on SSB, is more than enough to go around the world. You can go around the world on 2 or 3 watts, or 1 watt even. But so that's what I'm planning. That's what I'm doing. Slowly. We'll get there slowly. But yeah, that's that, my friends. I am in the zone. Don't worry. I'm not going out of ham and CB radio. We're getting there. Just a slow progress. So when the summer starts to roll around, I might. It depends. If I ain't got anything to do one day and it's not that cold, I might venture out. Yeah. But I'm just not feeling going out in the bloody freezing cold, not being able to feel my hands just to set up an antenna for an hour. Not into that at the moment. So, that's what I was going to say as well. I nearly forgot. I still will, definitely, put the mag mount on the roof and take out the fire stick there, because I ain't got to do nothing to set that up. So I'm plan on taking the 9900, sticking it in the car, just parking on top of a hill and doing some radio that way. So that'll be coming up soon. But as far as the tripod and all that goes, that'll be when the summer starts to roll in. Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to do little updates as I get bits and bobs starting to put this setup together. Pretty pointless. I know, it's quite pointless. But it's something. And I quite enjoy making these videos anyway, even if I just talk rubbish the whole time. So thanks for watching. Treat people nicely. Treat people how you'd like to be treated, and we should have a nice happy life. And I'll see you a lot later on. And why not put in the comments what you've been doing radio-wise throughout the winter. Cheerio.